Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 225 of the Battleship Brawl Season 3 tournament. This episode we've got the Abrazor by Charadon going up against the Lucky Shot by Drawaway. It's important to note that the Abrazor has one life remaining, so if it loses this match it will be eliminated and retired from the tournament. So let's go ahead and get this battle underway. The Lucky Shot is already guaranteed entry into the Hall of Fame. Already got its retirement video in a previous episode. It just hasn't actually been retired yet, because kind of need it in order to finish off the field and make sure every ship gets its opportunity to battle its way into the Hall of Champions and whatnot. Razor taking a little hit to its side there. Not too terrible. Seems to be okay. It's so slow. It can barely even move forward through the recoil of its own guns. Ooh, Lucky Shot taking some hits to superstructure there. That's you know, superstructure's no big deal. It'll cause some hit point loss, some block loss, but it's not overly important. Lucky Shot firing once more with its main guns, and it seems really intent on hitting something on the side of the Abrazor here, which is not going well for it. It's only a matter of time before all those guns on the Abrazor land hits on one of the few guns that the Lucky Shot has, and that will, oh, here we go. Yep, and that's it. Well, I think that barrel might have been disabled beforehand. I think the turret armor actually held up. Both vessels just kind of sailing straight at one another. Wow, this turret has taken several hits and is still active. That turret armor is doing a good job. Oh, not much you can do about taking a shot straight to the face, though. It's going to core in through the barrels, and that's GG for that turret. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Abrazor, see how it's doing. Oh, it's lost a lot of frontal guns as well. Now the Lucky Shot is getting brats. Ooh, that front turret just got nailed, blown to pieces. The Abrazor down to 83%, Lucky Shot at 89%. The Abrazor hasn't been able to use these rear guns in a long time, because it is constantly sailing toward the enemy. Ooh, one of those turrets just got popped off by that heavy penetration shell. Oh, that might have just been another one. Nope, that gun, well, it's disabled, that's for sure. Or, well, maybe not disabled, but I don't think it's going to be functioning very well. There's a lot of blocks missing from that gun. Oh, and now that gun just doesn't exist anymore, so yeah. Oh, and the Lucky Shot taking out another gun, sniping another turret with those heavy penetration shells. Wow, it's actually, you see these explosions here, it actually over-penetrated in the front of the vessel there. Yeah, in the bow and the stern, the shells of the Lucky Shot are actually over-penetrating, doing a lot less damage than they otherwise would. Because of that, whatever block the Lucky Shot is aiming at back here is surviving for a while. Oh, even those over-penetrated. Yeah, lots and lots of over-penetrations. that was awfully close to this turret. Oh, and there we go. The Abrazor loses another gun. Does not look good for it at this point. I think it only has these... It has 3 functional weapons at this point. Abrazor down to 66%. It's not going to take a whole lot more of this punishment. Ooh, that shell penetrated straight through the turret there. Looks like it only hit the armor though. Didn't hit anything important. Oh, those shells made a big hole in the deck. It's like whatever block you're aiming back here, Lucky Shot, you need to just hit it. Kill it already. It seems Lucky Shot has multiple AIs so that all the guns don't get stuck aiming at a fairly useless spot like the ones that are aiming back here are, because there are plenty of guns aiming up here and in other places. So it's got to have multiple AIs who are choosing to different spots to aim. Yeah, those over-penetrations are definitely causing a problem here. But the Abrazor is a really small ship. Like, most ships in this tournament are a lot wider and just bigger, so those over-penetrations wouldn't be as much of a problem against most entries. I mean, just look at the Lucky Shot compared to the Abrazor in width. I mean, this middle section here looks like it's approximately as wide as the Lucky Shot, but the Lucky Shot is that wide pretty much its whole length. The Abrazor is built mostly out of alloy, which is probably why it's so small, because alloy is expensive. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot more to say. It's we're basically just waiting for the Lucky Shot to finish the Abrazor off. The Abrazor is repairing. Both ships are actually repairing at a pretty significant rate. But given the blocks of the Abrazor are just so much more expensive with the alloy, it's going to burn through it a lot faster. At least with the same number of repair bots, it'll burn through it a lot faster. Oh, and it looks like the stern has been severed back here. I don't think... No. There is nothing connecting this portion of the stern. Or wait, no. Or is that a gap? Or... I think that's a gap. I think that's a block gap, not render space. Like, so I think that's going to fall off eventually. Oh, and the Abrazor lost its last remaining gun, so this battle is more or less just... Well, it's effectively over. It's not officially over, but it's effectively over. There's no... Oh, wait, no, there's still another gun here. So, theoretically... Oh, that shell just ricocheted off the armor. And yep, the stern of the Abrazor fell off there. It is down to 56.8%. But theoretically, that one gun could score, like, you know, a critical hit and kill the lucky shot off. It's not completely over, but the chances of that happening are, you know, not the greatest. Not before the lucky shot finishes it off anyway, and that should be it. Yep, 54.67%. That is 2 damaged, and the Abrazor is going to despawn. Yep, there it goes. It is despawning. This battle is over, which means, unfortunately, the Abrazor is going to be retired. So I'll go ahead and do a quick cut here, folks, and we'll take a look at the vessel for Hall of Beauty voting. All right, everyone. So here we are. This is the Abrazor by Charadon, which is a very interesting looking ship. It kind of has a it almost looks like a sword, sort of, to me. You know, like this would be the oh, what's it called? I know the word for it. Like the handle, the grip. Ugh. And then, you know, pommel here. I know pommel, but I can't remember the friggin' word for that. And then the blade. You know, that's the impression it gives me. It's a pretty cool looking ship overall. This looks kind of funky, but that's just because of the way the game displays the water. It's a little overhang there to make the bow shape up top here nicer while not extending the actual armored part out. It's got a superstructure here. Goes up. You can actually theoretically walk through it. I mean, you can't actually walk up ramps like that, but like, you know, you could in real life be able to go up that. It'd be a little steep, but I mean, does not look like anything else is walkable, though. It's got that sort of sawtooth shape to the hull. It's got this outer bit, which I actually kind of like how that looks. How there's, like, 2 different decks here. That looks pretty cool. And I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe just a chunk of armor? I'm not sure. All I know is these flat surfaces here are not helping with its low speed issue. That's for sure. Oh, and the fact that it's using small propellers instead of huge propellers. Well, I mean, they put out the same amount of force if you've got, you know, it takes 9 of these small propellers to have the same force as a single huge propeller. They take up the same amount of space, but you know, that means that's 4, 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So, it's got about a little over 4 huge propellers worth of propulsion, and that's why it's so slow. Oh, got a rudder under here. Oh, a whole bunch of lead, which are more flat surfaces that cause drag and make it go even slower. That's a ton of lead to keep this thing down because it's, yeah, I mean, it's going to be super light, and with heavy armor up here on top. Like, this heavy armor is pretty, you know, it weighs a lot, and it's way up here. And with the rest of the ship being mostly made out of alloy, that's going to move your center of mass really high. Oh, it's got some heavy armor interlaced into the hull there. Got a whole bunch of heavy armor in here too. What is... Oh, is this around the ammo storage? Yeah, it seems like it's seems like that's what that is. But anyway. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking ship. I can't say that I like the green with the orange. The orange and white and gray looks pretty cool. But then you see this green and it's like kind of like, eh. I'm not a fan of that. But anyway, if you think this ship deserves a spot in the Hall of Beauty, go ahead and upvote the comment down below saying to induct it. If you do not, upvote the comment that says do not. Simple as that. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.